Alright, so I'm up here at Drift America RC and I'm in the pits. I am about to tear off the rear wheels, pull out the screws, and actually go with this nut assembly setup. Which now that I look at it, I think I need some nuts. Yeah, but I'm going to take these off, put that on, so that way my wheels will stop, or this one wheel will stop popping off. Okay, so just to quickly go over this, I have pretty much done one side already. I'm about to finish off the other side. I should have shown it before I took it all apart, but I didn't. So in the typical assembly, your rear, you've got your rear upright connected like this here. I just unconnected this guy, went ahead and took the dog bone shaft out of here, went ahead and took the set screw out there, so that way I backed off the set screw so I could remove this, pulled this off. Once you pull that off, you can go ahead and knock out the bearings and the plastic spacers that are in there. Okay, so went ahead and pulled the suspension arm off, went to put this guy in. Looks like I need different side bearings, and then I also need the version of this guy that's got the lock pin that goes through it. This one does not lock, so I'm gonna go see if I can get those real quick. You do need new bearings to go in there with these shafts because the shaft is skinnier than the stock bearings, and I would also say you need these as well. This is the stock setup from the front of the D5. There's several others that will work, but basically you just need it without that shaft on it. So okay, so I'm up here working on the D5MR, and I just found out exactly why the back wheel kept backing itself out, and it's because of the stock plastic hub that comes on the D5. This is how it should look, and you can see there's those two little nubs right there. Those two little nubs fit around the flat parts of this output shaft, and that's what allows them to spin without being basically spinning freely. So when I pulled the one off that was unscrewing itself, it does no longer have those tabs, and both of those tabs happen to be broken off. So that's what allowed this side to keep spinning freely and unscrewing itself. So if yours is doing that, likely the tabs are broken off on this, and you probably need to get new ones, or I would say convert to the output shafts that have the screw on, so you can do the lug nut in the back and do a locking nut. So I'm going to replace the bearings because you do need new bearings to fit that shaft in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put new bearings in the rear upright, so that way I can put the shaft in, put the locking pin, all that back together, and then should be back in business. Okay, so with the Yokomo bearings, they're actually thicker than the stock bearings are. So there is little black spacers that you probably had to stick in the uprights whenever you built them stock. If you pull out that little black spacer, then the bearings will fit in there better. Shouldn't really be that necessary in there, to be honest. It's just a piece of plastic. It's not a piece of rubber, it's not a seal or anything like that. So once you pull that out, then I can go ahead and pop in that Yokomo bearing. Okay, so once you've got the little spacers taken out of the uprights, the bearings, the Yokomo bearings, even though they're thicker, they actually push in completely flush. So take out that little plastic spacer and push them down until they are flush, and you should be good. And then, I know this is probably the wrong way, yep it is, but your out shaft will fit the bearings without having all the wobble and play. That's what you need to do that, so I'm going to knock that out real quick and get back on the track.